we present the Junior School edition of the Learner's Digest. In this issue, we will present a quick revision exercise on World Wide Web concepts. Explain the meaning of the abbreviation www. www is short for World Wide Web. It is a collection of interconnected resources that are hosted on a virtual storage and can be accessed through the Internet. Compare the www to a physical library. In a physical library, thousands of books and other information resources are physically accessible to the user. To access a book or an information resource, you visit the library, search for the book on the shelves, borrow it, and take it with you. Likewise, the www is like a virtual library. You search for the information resource you require through a search engine. You can interact with the information resource online, or if it is downloadable, you can save it on your computing device. The www has made the world a global village. Explain. The www has led to the elimination of boundaries in how people across the world communicate and connect. People can communicate with their friends and family living in any corner of the world from any location and at any time. People living on one continent can conduct business with others living on another continent. The development of social media platforms that are accessible through the World Wide Web has made it easier to communicate. This has reduced the world to a community often referred to as a global village. What is a web browser? A web browser is a software, a program, or an application that is used to search, access, view, interact, and download information resources and data hosted on the World Wide Web. When you search for information, the web browser fetches the data from a web server and then displays the information on the screen of your computing device. List some examples of web browsers: Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Apple Safari, Microsoft Edge, Opera, Vivaldi, Brave, Torch, Avast Secure Browser, Aloha Browser, Epic Privacy Browser, Waterfox, and Tor Browser among others. Explain the meaning of the terms web page and website. A web page describes a document that is available on the World Wide Web. A web page is accessible to any user connected to the Internet. A web page can be viewed through a web browser. Many web pages are linked to create a website. Web pages can be likened to paper pages bound together into a book. List some features of a web browser. Navigation buttons, which include forward, back, and refresh buttons. Stop button, add and edit bookmark. Share button, add a new tab, close tab, and address bar. Write the abbreviation URL in full. Explain it. URL is the abbreviation for Uniform Resource Locator. It is an address that identifies the location of a resource that is available on the World Wide Web. Another term for the URL is a web address. Study the illustration shown below. What does it show? Identify the components labeled A to D. The illustration shows the Uniform Resource Locator, or the web address that identifies the location of a web resource. The components labeled A to D are as follows. The protocol or scheme part of the URL indicates the set of rules that determine the transmission and exchange of data. HTTPS stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. The subdomain is used to separate different sections of a website. The subdomain www is a general symbol for any resource on the World Wide Web. Domain name specifies the organization or institution that the URL belongs to. For example, in www.facebook.com, the domain name Facebook indicates the organization that owns the URL. The TLD, top-level domain, indicates the type of organization the website is registered to. .com is for a commercial website. .org is for organizations. .mil is for the military. .ac is for academic institutions. .gov is for government institutions. .edu is for educational institutions. .co.ke is for a commercial entity in Kenya. Note that a simple URL has at least 3 parts. For example, the URL www.google.com has only 3 parts. Some complex URLs might have more parts, namely scheme, subdomain, domain name, top-level domain, port number, path, query, parameters, and fragment. Let us now learn new terms. HTTP versus HTTPS. The protocol tells the browser how to connect to a web page. It could be Hypertext Transfer Protocol, or Hypertext Transfer Protocol is secure. The main difference between the two is that Hypertext Transfer Protocol secure is safer. HTTPS protects the data being transmitted between the server and the browser. So when users interact with a site with HTTPS, their sensitive information and data such as passwords and credit card details are safe from attackers. Websites that show a lock icon in the address bar are using HTTPS.